let's do a plant update, shall we? Real quick. I still have a few that haven't come up. These guys are starting to. These ones haven't done jack. We've got some of my pansies. We've got some sunflowers, teddy bear to be specific, cilantro, basil, purple basil. This is cilantro. More pansies. More pansies. More pansies. And then we've got a couple. This is the Amish paste, tomato, shishito pepper, eggplant, Leviathan pepper. I've got zinnias, marigolds, what else? Hollyhocks, dill, more marigolds. Calendula is a little, I might just have to directly sow those because they're tiny little things. I've got the habanada in there. I don't know if you can see this one, the habanada, just one of them. Got regular bean, got a purple bean, only one came up from each. This is Chipola's Pride tomato. I've got the striped Romano, or striped Roman. Jalapenos, leeks, more flowers. There's the Apocalypse scorpion pepper, African daisy, pineapple tomato. I've got the bush sugar watermelon. Those are bunching tomato, or bunching onions down in there. What are you? This one, I don't really remember what that is. MBSD, something, PBSD. And then I've got my zucchini, my squash, and then my more sunflowers. Sunflowers really like light, so they will be a little bit leggy. All of my seedlings tend to get leggy, but that's just the type of lights that I have, and I don't have room for a rack, unfortunately. And then we'll come over here to my hydroponic system. I got a few sunflowers in the front. Excuse the light. Cilantro, basil, both purple, and then I think these are supposed to be basil, but they haven't really come up too much. This is also cilantro. I don't remember what that is. I think that one's cilantro too. Basically, the hydroponic system, it's a great idea. I love it, but the only thing is you are at the mercy of the temperature surrounding you and your climate. So it could take a long time. A lot of my seedlings are a little bit behind, but that is because we had a cold snap the last week, which made everything kind of a little bit behind. I am lucky that my onions and garlic have survived it, because we had temperatures at night as low as like 25 degrees here in Ohio. So I think tomorrow, when it's not, you know, it's now evening, I will show you what that looks like, and I honestly need to weed tomorrow too. So, till tomorrow. Welcome back to another episode of gardening stuff. I've got a couple of plants here that I need to up pot. I'm not going to up pot everything, of course. And then I'm probably going to end up planting some more beans, because I pick my seeds. Unfortunately, their germination rate has gone down just a tad. I've got my zucchini and squash that need to be up potted. I've got some, looks like nasturtiums that need to be up potted, that sort of thing. I've got a couple of bean plants. This is a purple green bean that I need to, I only have two plants, one of each, one green bean, one purple bean. So it looks like I only have one squash plant. Both of my zucchinis came up, so that's nice. Some of the tomato plants have gotten their true leaves on them. There are a couple of them that, like this one for example, they're starting to turn a little bit purple, sadly. So I'm gonna pick out the ones I need to pot, and then yeah, we'll go from there. It doesn't look like these seedlings are doing a whole lot. I don't even remember what this is. But I'm just gonna do that, make some tags, and then we'll go from there. So I'm gonna watch a show, and that's what we're gonna do. Bye. done potting and putting everything in its home, I'm just gonna show you what I got done real quick. So I've got dill and cilantro. I put them in this bigger pot. This is completely separate from the hydroponic system. They look a bit sad right now. It's because they're mad that I up-potted them, but they're going to be underwatered, so it should help. These are all the ones I up-potted. I've got zucchini and squash, nasturtiums over in this corner, and then I've got the cucumbers in the front and the 2 bean plants in the middle. And then before I was going to just put everything away, I did plant some more bean seeds. I am going to wait another 1 to 2 weeks, and I'm probably going to start peas. I did plant them outside roughly around the time that I planted my onions, but with the cold snap that we had, I'm not too confident that they're actually going to come up. So we'll see. I'm just going to have pea plants, and if I don't have room for them, I will find room somewhere. That is where we're at currently with the garden. But I do still need to record an update on the garlic and onion plants, which they've done fine through this cold snap that we had. We had lows about 25 degrees at night here in Ohio. So they maybe had like a little bit of damage at the tops, but very minimal. And I just was kind of like, if they live, they live. If they don't, they don't. I tend to believe that if you worry about the plants, they're not going to grow. Like, they can sense that. It's weird. If you don't worry about the plants, they'll do just fine. So that's where we're at currently. Hello, welcome back to another dysfunctional vlog video. I guess I could call it dysfunctional vlogs, because I myself am a dysfunctional human being. But basically today is I've gone too far. It's just too much, and I gotta sort it out. My room is atrocious. I just filmed a Oddities Expo video that I just showed you what I purchased at a Oddities Expo. But I'm just going to show you my room right now, the state of it. It is god-awful. It needs an overhaul. I've got stuff everywhere. It's not necessarily like dirty in the sense of garbage and dirt, but it's just full of clutter, and I just need to do an overhaul because it's too much. It is way too much. So we'll start here by my bed. You can see my side table is full of stuff. And then I've got my depression corner, which is also full of stuff. My dog's bin is also, I keep their toys and like extra things for the animals, like for the dogs, for the snake, for the tarantulas, that sort of thing. Also full of stuff. I've got this corner that is also overcrowded, and I have laundry that desperately needs done. I have this shelf up here that needs dusted. This down here needs dusted desperately. My tarantulas live in there. And then, of course, I have my snake tank, which is turned into a table, the top part of it. I have like this lid that I put on here to keep the cats off and keep the humidity in, but this is full of stuff. I've got skincare stuff, more stuff over here. The dubias stay in here. I've got shit over here. My bookshelf is in desperate need of overhaul as well. Got my other figures up here, like stuff that doesn't fit this random mushroom that I wanted to use in my snake's tank, but it is way too big for that. And then I have this depression corner that needs to be cleared out. I've got clothes that need to be packed away for next winter so I can get rid of them. I've got this that needs to be cleared off. Stuff that needs dusted. I need to put a shelf up my old shelf that used to go there, so I can put more of my oddity stuff that I purchased. It is just awful, but I will come back to you with some progress. Doesn't like the microphone. All right, let me show you the progress we have made with the bedroom. I'm also planning on mowing this afternoon, something like that. I gotta get the battery for the lawnmower and figure out how to use it. So there's that. Update time. That's still a mess. I need to work on that, but I cleared up most of the stuff over here. The trash needs removed. I took my laundry down to the kitchen. I'll take it downstairs later. There's still mess there. But I kind of just bagged up what was kind of in the way and kind of shoved it in the corner until I can go through like my summer clothes and figure that stuff out. And of course, that is still a mess. And the doggos are enjoying some rawhides. Little bully sticks. Couldn't use the microphone with Smokey because he was afraid of the microphones. Because he's a sensitive little boy. But Wednesday, she not so sensitive. She don't give a crap.